Good afternoon, everybody. Dan Palumbo here again. Today's lesson is going to be on how to set up a waypoint using latitude and longitude. So we want to do a lat long fix. ATC sometimes will send you to a lat long fix, not often, every now and then, or perhaps you're going to be flying somewhere in the middle of the country and you need to just fly out to this point and then fly back. I don't know, something stupid like that. Anyway, the question today that I received was, how do we put a lat long into the flight plan? And this is how you do it. So there's our FMS. The flight plan has already been entered and activated. And now, let's say we want to put that lat long between E4 and the airport. So here's how you do it. Let's say we want to go to north 3510.5. So that's 35 degree north latitude, 3510.5. So let's just put in N 3510.5 and then west longitude of 09030.5. Let's say those are the coordinates. So we got north 035, you don't need to put the 0 there, but north 3510.5 and then west 090, you have to put the 0 if it's less than 100, 09030.5, and let's put it right over that airport. And now we have what? We have an LLO1, latitude and longitude 01, because that's the first time I entered it into the left FMS. So let's see what that looks like. And there we are. Taking off, going to E4, and from E4, we want to go to that lat long point, which is right here, and then back to Memphis. And it's that simple. Now, what if we wanted to orbit over that lat long? Let's say we wanted to fly all the way out there. So let's say we wanted to fly all the way out there and just kind of orbit out there for whatever ridiculous reason. Well, there's a way to do that too. We're going to go direct, pattern, orbit. Orbit what? We're going to orbit the lat long that we put in there. And it's asking us what we want. Max speed, right? Maximum endurance. We'll take that. Direction counterclockwise is fine. And the radius will say 5 miles. How about 5 miles? And we'll activate it. So let's see what that does. Let's go direct to our point. All right, we're on our way direct to our point. We'll press LNAV here. And it says lat long 01. We already talked about that. And the letter O. That means it's going to be in orbit. So we're on our way there. It's about 25 miles away. All right, so notice what happened. We're approaching our fix, and we're starting to slow down to what? 190. Why? Let's find out. Let's go direct, pattern, review. That's going to be our maximum endurance speed. So let's see how this actually works. Let's take a look. Let's go back to flight plan. We're on our way. We're about 10 miles away. We can ignore that. Bring the scale in a little bit. About 8.4 miles away, 8.3 miles away. And that's the lat long position that we entered into the FMS. We went direct to our point, and now we want to do an orbit, just an orbit. We want to circle that, fix. Let's see how it does it. Here we have a track change. So it's going to do something. Let's see what it does. It's normally the 30-second warning before the airplane starts to turn, telling us we have a track change. All right, it says orbiting right here. And we're starting our turn. bring that scale in a little bit. So it wants to keep us 5 miles around that LAT long point that we put in there. Let's see if it does that. Looks like we're 5 miles away. See if it does a nice 360-degree turn for us. See how that works out. Again, the FMS is taking into consideration the winds and everything. Ever so slight turn. Ever so slight. Couple degrees. Now I'm going to fast forward this so you can see how it works and see if we come around a nice 360 degrees. Look at that, spot on 5 miles. There's our turn. Okay, this is looking really, really nice. This is an orbit. We look out the airplane, ever so slight bank. Somewhere over Tennessee, who cares? But this is kind of cool. Okay, so we're coming just about full circle here. It'll continue this circle until we tell it to exit. We can also reverse course if we want to. We'll press that in a second to show you what that does. That is how you set up a LAT long and how you set up an orbit. It's kind of neat. Let's press reverse and see what that does. Here's reverse. Oh, nice. Look at that. Rolls us right out of the left turn, right into a right turn. Okay, kind of makes sense. It's not playing around though. It wants to turn you around pretty quick. You're at 30-degree bank. When that entire orbit we did was only about 3 degrees on average. And it was perfect. It was spot on, 5 miles. So it takes wind into consideration. It's just a great little tool. We need to get back to the 5 mile mark. We're still at maximum endurance speed of 190. So now the airplane is going to vary itself to get us back to 5 miles and start the turn in the opposite direction. Airplane says, okay, that's enough. Let's start that turn to the left. Coming up at the 5 mile point. Airplane's going to establish itself, or shall I say the autopilot through the FMS is going to establish itself at the proper distance and then start that turn to the right, that nice shallow turn to the right with a 5 mile orbit. Only going to be doing a few degrees, 2, 3, 4 degrees, depending on wind. There we are. We got back to 5 miles and the airplane just started its little turn to the right. And there it goes. Outstanding. So what happens if we press exit? Let's try that. Exit. Now where does it want to go? Right to the next point, which is Memphis. And it does. So when you press exit, it's going to go direct to the next waypoint. In this case, the next waypoint after that is the airport. Have a great day. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya. Bye.